Hi everyone, James here with another LEGO review, and today I'm doing a review of LEGO Ninjago The Final Battle Warrior Bike. So basically, again, this is from the Final Battle line, and basically this is the LEGO introduction to the Stone Warrior Army, or the Stone Army rather. By the way, just as a little bit of brief detail, very nice image of the Golden Ninja, a very nice detailing. We have obvious Ninjago. We have very nice art representation of what would be the Dark Island seen on the Ninjago TV show. We have a very nice J detail, Warrior Bike itself, and the Stone Warrior itself. So yeah, in all, we have again the same image on the side, Lego set number. Also on the back we have the actual missiles you can shoot out, basically through a simple fold back and flicks out method. This set contains the second one of 4 elemental swords, if you want to call it that. J comes with a little backpack, or jetpack rather, and then everything itself. Then when Sensei Wu with the Lego Ninjago website address, and then at the very top we have the Lego Ninjago TV show representation of the Warrior Bike. And although there are some, of course, CGI alterations to the Warrior Bike, I think this one looks actually quite rather better. I mean, up here it isn't the simple missiles that we see, it's an actual cannon like thing. So yeah, now getting the box out of the way and moving on to, if I can actually get the camera right, this may take a second. That's better. Now, so basically we have the Warrior Bike itself, the Stone Warrior, and J. Now I'm going to get into this by looking at the minifigures, then the bike itself, or the vehicle itself. So taking a look at the Stone Warrior, I think this character just looks so cool. We have plenty of incredibly nice details. We have this sword. I presume this sword's been around for a while. I at least presume it has been. I don't think it's brand new anyway, but it's still a very nice little sword, believe me. It's the very first I have of this kind. And then the Stone Warrior himself has incredibly nice detail. I mean, we have some very nice silver, red, black, a little bit of lime green in the center there to I think it's the Stone Army symbol. But if you've seen the Ninjago TV show, it's actually the color of the Great Devourer's venom that actually seeped into these guys and brought them back to life. And also, if I take off the helmet, the eyes are the exact same color of green, so that's very nice. And on the topic of the head, he has his teeth out in a sort of vampire-like way, only really angry look at the same time. Sorry if you can't tell, it's due to the camera resolution. And then he has little red-lined details all over his face. Reminds me of Darth Maul from Star Wars, surprisingly enough. So yeah. Then his helmet itself is incredibly nice. Of course, a lot of black. We have some incredibly nice silver highlights for like claws. And then this odd thing as the crest, if you want to call it that. But if I actually bring in the Samurai X and take a look at the helmet from Samurai X, Samurai, yes, that's better, I wasn't pronouncing it right. The helmets are very similar. I mean, like Lord Garmadon, this helmet thing here is the exact same, but this sort of red jaw piece that moves up and down, if you want to call it that, it's Lego have basically redone it and only added additional detailing and length and stuff to it in order for the Stone Warrior look, and it looks incredibly nice. So yeah, now for the articulation of the Stone Warrior, like every Lego minifigure, its head goes side to side. It goes 360 on the spot. The arms, they go forward, back, and they pivot and they rotate 360 at the wrist. The legs, they go forward, back, and then that's it. So yeah, in all, incredibly nice Stone Warrior. So yeah. Now we move on to Jay, who is the blue ninja, who has the element of lightning. Now, I'll actually remove his sword for a second, and there are some incredibly nice detail. There is some very nice detailing on this guy. He has mostly black. He has the nice pure blue that Lego does. I absolutely love this blue. He actually has some very nice silver highlights, which is good. Then for the backpack, or the jetpack. I don't know why I keep saying backpack, but for the jetpack, if I actually remove it, some very nice basic detailing on it. He has two golden swords for wings, two basic rockets, and then bits and bobs. Now, if I actually remove his head in order to get this little piece out of the way, I really prefer Jay without the jetpack. For me, this thing just seems like it seemed like one of those. Well, there's nothing on the TV show for Jay, so let's throw this in anyway. Because basically, on the TV show, Kai has his fire mech, Cole has his earth drill, and then Zane and Jay have nothing. But basically, I prefer Jay like this. Only if we look at his previous counterpart with the golden nunchucks of lightning, basically this one has these sort of shoulder guards, and what I like to do is, if I just remove them and put them on this version. By the way, I believe this is called a kimono. I think so. I know absolutely nothing about like ancient or older sort of cultures and everything. But if we look at him like this, as he was on the TV show, and personally what I believe he should have been, I think this looks far better. Now, I doubt you can tell, but on the inside, in fact, if I try this, you can just about see on the inside there's his little, what to me looks like octopus logo. Yeah, you can just about see it in there, but it is very nicely highlighted in there in the nice silver. So yeah, incredibly nice detail. The only thing was, I think it should have really come with this shoulder guard thing. Now, for his sword, basically, this is sword number 2, I think, in the final battle line. And really, I really love how this looks. The blade itself has incredibly nice little. It has the nice translucent blue like Jay, only in this case, it has a little bit of white going down the middle, and I really think that looks good. Little golden handle, and he can hold it like this. So basically, incredibly nice figure. It's a shame it didn't come with this little shoulder guard thing. It was silver, and it's a real shame it came with this, because for me, this doesn't do a lot. In fact, whenever this is on, it's so back heavy that the minifigure just keeps falling back. Not if you actually tilt him forward to a certain extent and have this on, he actually stays upright, but if you have him up straight, he just falls back. So yeah. Real shame. But, keeping the new J right there, we'll move on to the warrior bike. And for this, I may need to put on some height. Hopefully this works out. Provided that the camera stays upright at the same time. Yeah, I'll just do the review. I'll just do it like this. So basically, here we have the warrior bike, and now the colors going for this thing are very nice. There's the lime green, bright red that Lego does. In recent years, now prior to 2009, Lego were actually doing a dark red for quite a few years, and for me, I just love the fact that they brought back this bright red. I just love it, and I'm really glad they brought it back. But moving on, there's of course black, darkish grey, translucent yellowish green, um, so on and so forth. But as I showed you on the packaging, the main feature is that if I actually take this out, you can actually fire each of these missiles individually, which is really cool. Now, it's very cleverly engineered, and if I actually show you, you see the little hole there, you can actually put this down there, and that's how you load it up. Then, pulling back on this, and notice how this little part here moves back. Now, see that? Now, I'm going to fire each of these individually, so just keep an eye out. Oh no, sorry, you need to give it enough sort of power, at least to lead. Number 1, number 2, number 3. But number 3 stayed, so I'm going to keep number 3 in there, and I'll retrieve the other 2 later. So yeah, in all, this is, to me, a great little bike. Or at least vehicle, anyway. Now, accepted, this is perhaps the weirdest, if it's not the weirdest, then it's amongst the weirdest things LEGO have ever brought out. Now, having said that, that's what makes it good, if you can understand vividly. Although it's weird, it's original. I mean, you have the caterpillar tread, which works very well on wooden surfaces, but in order for it to work right, you need to push down quite hard on it, and that ends up shaking the entire thing about, unfortunately. So yeah, you have these huge wheels here, but they actually look quite good. So yeah, it all rolls and everything. Now, taking the Stone Warrior, you can actually put him in the sort of command bit here. Now, the cool thing is, there's a little bit of nice detail here. You have this slanted piece here and a little lever-like thing. Now, just by pegging the Stone Warrior in and sort of pushing him forward, you can actually have him like this. However, there's nowhere for his sword to fit. However, I came up with a little bit of an idea, and I'll keep the missiles out of the way just a minute because they rather get on my nerves during this. Now, you can actually using a little bit of a peg sticking up from the sword, you can actually peg it underneath the vehicle, and surely enough, it stays there. Sorry, that was my sister. Anyway, it stays there very, very fine. Plus, whenever you see it, whenever you see it sticking out like that, at least you get the partial impression that it's an exhaust, but also you know what's there. So yeah, I put. In case you guys don't know, an annoying ice cream van comes around my estate. So yeah, so there we have the Warrior bike. We have J, huge size difference, but for me, this is a cool set. Now, with all honesty, I only got this set for 2 things: the new J and the Stone Warrior. Whenever it came to the Warrior bike, I just thought it was so stupid it wasn't even worth looking into. But out of sheer boredom, I just built the thing. I spent about 20 minutes building it, and yet I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed building this thing, and I think it still looks pretty good whenever it's built up now, which for me is a huge, huge bonus. So in the end, this set gets an 8 out of 10 for me. The reason being is because for while it has a nice J and a nice Stone Warrior and a generally nice vehicle, the vehicle itself is still just a tiny little bit weird. J doesn't come with his silver arm guards, as you see here. Instead, he comes with this really stupid jetpack, which is unnecessary in just about 100 different ways. And the Stone Warrior, well, there's nothing wrong to say about him, he just looks great. So in the end, this is my review of the LEGO Ninjago Warrior Bike Complete. Okay, this is Knight/2020 Junior. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/2020 Junior. Have a nice day, see you all around. Until next time, bye everyone, and stay tuned for more LEGO/Ninjago reviews. So until next time, bye everyone.